Hey everybody, I just got home, ate dinner, and I changed, took some recycle out, some trash, and now it's too cold, actually. We're gonna leave this on. Okay, where to begin? First and foremost, we got some kind of instant validation from the concept that I shared last night. About rippling outwards, things locking into place exactly as they should be. First, the Muonionalusta meteorite with the Widmanstätten pattern. Maybe I'll take it out. Let's see if I can break this here. Show you the pattern. This arrived while I was at work, and while I was at work, something else very cool happened. My boss asked me to get in connection with my sister in order to use her church connections. She's, been a very, very avid churchgoer forever. And the only reason he knew that was because I'm using her car. He wants me to work Saturdays, and I've been going around her schedule because it's interfering with her church life. That's why we had to get the other car sooner rather than later, so that she could continue going to church. That's sometimes she goes to church twice in one day, It just depends on what they've got going on. But he knew that she was connected with the church, and he wanted to organize some way that he could find somebody to buy pieces of furniture that were severely discounted, that weren't being used, that were going to get tossed or junked or whatever, and find a way that they could be used for good. So he wanted to know if she could use them for the church, like have the church buy the furniture at $5, $10, $15, per piece, and use it in a good way, or for people that are needy, or whatever the situation may be, if they could find a way to beneficially use it instead of just throwing it away. But my sister's church is kind of like a private organization kind of thing. It happens on private residence. It's not like an actual church building, but they are in connection with somebody else who runs those kind of organizations in 7 different churches, something like that, something crazy. So essentially, I ended up being the bridge between him and my sister's connection to him. So through the ripple here, through the web of connections, they are actually going to be able to do some good with the furniture that can't be used instead of just having it be trashed. They haven't actually spoken yet, but the connection's been made. I'm going to be able to provide that information. And that felt really good. That felt in line with what we were talking about yesterday. And by taking this out of the plastic, I'm going to have to wash it before I do anything with it. But this is our little meteorite friend, the Chintamani. Let's see if you can see the pattern here. You might actually get a better look if I go this way. Yeah, that's perfect. This is the Widmanstätten pattern. It's triangles and lines. It's basically the sphere is etched in a weak acid in order to reveal this underneath of the surface. And it almost, in some lights, reminds me of alien writing or something. It's very beautiful. Ignore my work hands. My cuticles are terrible. My fingernails are dirty. Between the acetone yesterday, getting the paint all over my nails, and just having dirty hands from being at work all day, which I'm not used to. I'm from food service. My hands were always very clean. But now I can't go a shift without looking down and being like, So, I don't know, wash your hands. It never hurts. But it's actually very heavy, surprisingly heavy. This we're going to put in a teardrop shaped ornate, I don't even know what to call it. It's almost like a pendant. And I'm going to hang it from probably here. Or there's the shelf idea. I haven't explored the shelf idea yet, but I ordered a glass case, a tiny glass case, just in case, for whatever reason, the pendant doesn't work. So we've got options for how we're going to put this down. The other thing is this. This is the Color Shift spray paint, the iridescence. And the plan is, it's supposed to be kind of like the color on the lid. where it like shifts and changes, but it's not showing up in camera as well as it is in front of me. Anyway, the concept is you just do a very, very, very light layer and it creates an iridescent sheen. Confirmation burp. As opposed to just being bam, like iridescent like the fish. It should theoretically just provide a translucent, color shifting shape on top of it without obscuring the Widmanstätten pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it on the keys. My nephew Nate's key has some engraving here. So I'm going to test it on his first. And these keys, I'm probably going to color them fully, but I will be able to do a light translucent layer first and see just how it looks on the metal. So I'll be able to test it before I have to fully commit. But worst case scenario, if it doesn't work out the way that I want it to, I would just end up doing multiple coats and spraying it until it looks like the fish. Honestly, I wouldn't really mind having the Chintamani look like that. It's not exactly pearlescent, it's more luminescent or iridescent. But if that's how it's meant to be, then it's meant to be. This is the one that Spirit wanted to try. So we're going to do it. But unfortunately, that is not a project that I can do today. Because my nieces and nephews are about to be on their way over here. Today is our gingerbread house day. Like literally, we've got a shit ton of gingerbread houses in there. And this is something they do every year. I've done gingerbread competitions with my family before, but it was years and years and years ago. This is the first time I'm doing it with the nieces and nephews. And that means that I cannot work on any of their present stuff tonight. I was going to try and spray paint those keys. But I think I'm off tomorrow. I have to double check, but I think I might be off tomorrow. So I'm going to try and do that tomorrow probably. I'm very excited. There's a lot of moving parts going on right now. Ace of Swords, King of Cups. And I'm hoping that things will become clear in that department too. Mostly right now, I'm waiting for things to roll in, for things to become even. What? All right. The key is not exactly even. I feel like maybe that needs to go up a little bit in order to hang level with the mirror. That is an adjustment. So there are adjustments that need to be made here in the situation, but that could be on the masculine's end, it could be on your end, it could be on both. Hierophant. I'm thinking both ends here. Just need a minute. Need a minute to figure out the feelings, to start new, to get excited with the Six of Wands. I'm getting the energy of amping up. Why are we amping up? Is the energy just ramping? Stability, celebration, foundations. Celebrations with family. Holidays. Okay. I think there's lessons to be learned here in the family interactions, the dynamics. Confirmation. 10 of Pentacles and the Empress. Let's just take a beat. Adjust our mentalities here and focus on our family, on our projects, on our ripple, on our goal. That 10 of Pentacles is about the ripple too. Things are aligning in such a peculiar but good way. I find it so interesting. And whatever conflicts are going on in your life, it's almost like they're just skirting right past you. They exist. So the people in your life are bringing you conflict. But what's happening... What? I just saw like that Family Guy episode where there's like a greased up person being chased, and like it's almost like you grease up a pig and try and catch it, like a redneck wrestling sport. And that's essentially what's happening, only you're not freaking out. Like people are trying to grab a hold of you to have conflict with you, and you're just like whoop, like Mr. Fantastic, like stretching out of the way, doing the Matrix, like dodging bullets out here. There is something about keeping your impulses in check right now, though. You can't just get cocky and arrogant because you think you're protected and you don't have to worry about people bringing conflict to you. Still, keep an open heart, set your boundaries, and stand on them. and use your brains.